Alrighty, well, it's been like a hot minute since I've done anything with the bike. Just because I've been working and doing other things on the other cars and stuff, so just is what it is. But as everyone knows at the moment, fuel, well, around here anyway, as of today, diesel hit just over $3 a litre. And even driving around and stuff, you see a lot more bikes on the road. I think everyone's whipping them out. We've still got some good weather, so it's bike time. Now, with this, haven't driven it a lot since it had its 30,000k Desmo service. That was done 2 days before the warranty ran out on this. I don't think I did an update regarding that service, but I found all the paperwork. So like, I've dragged all this out and I found the actual service paperwork. So a Desmo service is important, whether you get a dealer to do it or independent, or you can do it yourself, should be done. So I got the dealer to do it mainly because when I got back, or on the way to Perth and back from that trip, I was still having engine issue, not really engine issues, it was just like popping up on the dash saying that there was an issue, and I didn't have a computer at the time to reset it all, so I just wanted it all checked, especially before the warranty ran out, that everything was okay. And yeah, so that's why I booked it in there. Now, in saying that, I'm not sure if I mentioned how much the indicator stalk was when I broke that and cracked my wrist and all that fun stuff. Still having a bit of issues with that, actually. That's what, 2 years later. Here's the receipt from that one, from Ducati Perth. Here we go. So, replace left-hand switch, investigate engine light. So the engine light was when I got the bad fuel, and that's all they put it down to. It's just too much ethanol in the fuel. All right, so what they did there was pretty much did a service, change oil, filter, clean air filter. Didn't happen. Check coolant level, check front and rear brake pads. Everything's pretty much check. Final drive, sprockets, check, 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 check. Reset service indication, major fastener check, test road motorcycle. All right, so as everyone knows, it was 4 litres of the Shell Advance oil, $140. Filter was $31.83. Workshop supplies $10. Environmental levy $5. And they apparently bled the clutch and brake. That didn't happen. Now the indicator switch, if you break one of these, you have to order the whole part. $636.82. So that was a fun little service, that one. Oh, and what else did I do? Oh yeah, they charged me for a brake fluid as well, but I guarantee it didn't happen. So all up was $1,221 and a few cents for that service. Now, 2,000 Ks later, so, because I pretty much got back and then I took it to get the annual service done, to get it all checked and everything like that for the Desmo service. It just so happened that they did a service when I was there. I'm like, yeah, just go for it. I've still got like 2,000-3,000 Ks before I get home. So now I bought this from Ducati Mornington. They, 2 weeks before I took it back for this annual service, for the Desmo service, they changed ownership. So all the original staff were gone by this stage. Like the last guy to leave left the day before this bike rocked up. What an absolute nightmare. I cannot stress enough, whether you believe me, whether you want to take this on board, do not deal with Ducati Mornington. And here's what I'm going to show you why. So 30,000 K Desmo service. Read fault with the tester and check technical updates, whatever. Change air filter. This has a reusable uni filter in it. Change timing belts, check and adjust valve clearance, replace spark plugs, change coolant, change front fork fluid, check silent blocks on rear sprocket and lubricate the rear wheel shaft, final test on road, visually check coolant level and circuit for damage, soft clean motorbike, service coupon registration with turning off of service warning light. Yeah, so pretty much reset the service indicator on the dash. So yeah, so they did the Desmo service. They replaced timing belt, the washer for the drain, oil filter, 2 gaskets for when you take the heads off, sorry, the rocker covers off, 2 other gaskets for that, 8 O-rings inside, 2 spark plugs, 4 litres of oil, workshop consumables, and that is it. So all up, that was $1,128. The Desmo service itself is $522, and then you've got labour on top of that. But what gets me is, I asked the tech about what happened, and he goes, half of that didn't take place. So the new manager has just tagged this on, mainly because, so change air filter. They didn't change it, it's a uni filter. It doesn't say wash and clean. What else was there? Change front fork fluid. They said that didn't happen because this is tractive suspension. This was done just before I left, and the tech knew that it was all new, so he didn't touch it, and he was just told by the manager, just charge it anyway. Check silent blocks on rear sprocket and lubricate rear wheel shaft. Didn't happen. These are bar tubeless wheels, that's KTM silent blocks. They didn't touch it at all. The reason I know this is I've got stickers on the nuts, and if you put a socket on it, the stickers would have been marked to take the wheel off. There wasn't one mark on it whatsoever, so the wheel didn't even come off. And then when I brought this up to the service manager, he's just like, whatever, don't care, your problem, not mine. I'm like, well, it is your problem because I'm never coming back, and I'm letting you guys know about it. Now, I do a lot of servicing by myself anyway, as you've seen, and a lot of people have commented like, you're doing it wrong. I don't care, it's my bike, piss off. So what I've had to do, a lot of people have already had these. I was waiting on the update because I didn't need to reset anything at the time, but now I do. So got OBD star to reset all the indicator service warning lights and that come up, and a few other little updates. And now you can access a whole bunch of things, so you can enable heated grips and all that fun stuff. What else I have to do to get this back on the road is new rear sprocket. Front sprocket's fine, chain's fine, rear sprocket lasted 10,000 Ks. So I need to replace front and the chain in 10,000 Ks anyway, so I'll just figure, let's just throw another sprocket on, and then in 10,000 Ks, the whole thing gets replaced. The other thing I need to do is sort out the pannier bags and what I actually carry, because I've just pulled tools. I've got toolkits going everywhere at the moment. I'm trying to sort it all out for each car, for the bike and at home. I've built a few other little things that I'm trying to split stuff in between. So I've got stuff going everywhere at the moment, but I'm trying to get together the smallest, most compact little everyday travel kit. So what you need. So important things like a basic little bit driver. This is probably the most important thing that I carry with me besides a puncture repair kit, and that's the wheel, the eastbound tyre levers and the wheel nut so I can get the wheels on and off. So these 3 things and a hand pump. So hand pump's better than nothing, and in the tyre repair kit I've got CO2 bulbs anyway, so that generally gets me by as a day-to-day, but I'm going to add a few little things to it. I'm going to try and use this bike as, not so much a daily, because it depends who I have with me, but if I'm just by myself, I'm going to try and use this as a daily, while the weather's still good anyway. It's just all this good weather. I actually wasn't in the state this year, so couldn't ride it. But it is what it is. We'll see how the locals like practically a straight pipe Ducati coming down the road at all hours of the night and morning. So they did it to themselves. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so first thing we're going to do, well, I'm going to take the tank off because I want to check that the oil hasn't dried out on the filter, and wheel has to come off to change the sprocket. We're just going to do like a little bit of a montage. You don't need to get a bit by bit detail on how it's going to happen. You've seen it all before. So let's do that. Wheel off, tank off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, for anyone that hasn't seen before, this is the minimum that I strip my bike down to get the tank off. It takes 20 minutes. So the only thing holding the front plastics on are the indicators just dangling down there. Everything else is undone. Crash bars, that one's undone. That one's loosened. The front's all undone. Everything's off here. Normally, if I was working here doing a big clean, I'd disconnect the indicators, take all that off. But that's not going to happen today. Now, since the service, they said that they replaced the air cleaner. Now, if I was doing a service on a bike, all this would be clean. All this here would be clean because that has to come off. All this would be cleaned up. That is absolutely filthy since the big trip that I did, so I know that they didn't clean it. Well, it says that they replaced it, not cleaned it. But yeah, this is terrible. Mornington Ducati, do not use. So I'm going to take all this out now, clean that up, re-oil it, get back on the road. Still got the spring in there, so I haven't lost that. I replaced all these hoses anyway to make things easy to get on and off. I've got one hose connected to the tank that just feeds straight down, so I don't disconnect two, I only disconnect the one when I pull the tank off. But apart from that, that's pretty much the minimum you need to get the tank off. It takes 20 minutes, so you do it a few times and you're good to go. First time, yeah, it might take you an hour or two, but you can get down to 20 minutes pretty easy once you know what needs to come off. Like even, the plastics on the side of the tank there, I'd take them off and give them a clean. But that's going to be for next service. Next service is a big clean. This one, but I'm going to get the air filter out, clean up all this as we go, because I need to get this on the road today. Okay, so this is supposedly a replaced air filter, if not cleaned air filter. So it's all dirty through top here. Still has all my original grease on it. I found a dead gecko sitting on top here, so I know it came from the desert because there's no geckos that live here. And look at that. This is after a 30,000 K service, Desmo service. I drove it 200 Ks back from the dealer. That's fucking terrible. Now I know there's some people out there that think that the wear on this is still okay, but it's getting really thin and starting to curve. So time to replace. Now I know that they didn't lube this up during the Desmo service because that's all still my grease. I know they don't use the same grease. And also, dry as a bone. Nothing in there. Yeah, so, bunch of lying bastards. So, I'll clean them up, lube them all up again, change the sprocket, and yeah, go from there. But that's why you got to do your own stuff, people. Alrighty, have a service light. Need to get rid of it. Gonna use this bad boy to reset it all, and with that cable. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Alrighty, bike's all back together. Let's see if the service reset worked. Dun, dun, dun. Yay, no more service light. Now, if I forget how loud this thing is, let's just have a little recap. Okay, so I just had the master warning pop up, which you saw in the last video, and all it was when I was in this setting here, I accidentally turned on Ducati multimedia system Bluetooth that was enabled. So that gave us a master warning on the dash. So I've enabled the electric grips because they're coming soon, and I can just put them on and activate them. So like on the screen here now, if I push the button, you'll see it pop up, off, low, medium, high, and off. So that works now. So this system just paid for itself. Yay.